Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's 20-minute slow flow. It's a full body practice, perfect for mornings or any time of the day when you need a gentle approach to movement and stretch. So let's begin comfortably seated. And on an inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears and exhale them down your back. Now lower the left ear towards the left shoulder. Head through center and right ear, right shoulder. Continue with this gentle movement of the neck, creating a nice stretch from side to side. Breathing long, deep breaths through the nose. Now lower right ear to right shoulder and roll chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder, and roll chin to chest. Right ear, right shoulder. Good. Chin to chest, and from there, hands on knees, round through your back to seated cat stretch. Open the shoulder blades. Inhale to roll your heart forward and lift your chin to seated cow. Exhale, seated cat, a nice deep back stretch. And inhale through seated cow, a chest heart opener. One more each way, moving with your breath. Now back to a long spine. With hands at heart, interlace your fingers and begin to create a figure 8 pattern with the wrists, moving several times in one direction. And when you're ready, switch and move in the other direction. And with hands as they are, shine your palms down, forward and up and overhead to a long morning stretch. Then side bend over to the left side, through center and to the right side. And over to the left, option to gaze past your right shoulder and over to the right. One more each way, moving with breath. Now take a big breath in through center and exhale, twist to your left side with your left hand behind, right hand to left thigh. Grow taller on inhales and twist a little deeper on exhales. And on your next exhale, twist the other way, squaring your chest to the side. Breathing deeply, looking back. Now unwind and make your way into tabletop, centered on your yoga mat, with hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Leading with your hips, create a circle, lower hips towards heels, over to the side, forward and back again. A few times, moving with breath, feeling a nice stretch through the side body and a gentle opening of the wrists. And when you're ready, begin to circle in the other direction. From tabletop, guide your big toes to touch and lower hips to heels. Slide the left arm with the palm facing up under right. Option to use your right hand as a pillow or guide your forehead to the mat. Breathing long deep breaths into child's pose with a shoulder stretch. On your next inhale, press up halfway and switch out the arms with the palm up on your right hand. Leaving the left arm extended or using it as a pillow. Either way, breathe deep into the space that needs it the most in this pose. And on an inhale, come back to tabletop. Separate the feet hip distance and extend your left leg straight back, flexing through the foot. Lower the mounds of your toes to the ground. Then press into your hands as if you're driving that heel towards the earth, stretching out the back of your left leg. Breathe deeply. Now press forward and pivot your bottom foot behind the knee off your mat and extend the top arm up and overhead for a modified side plank and side body stretch, gazing up if that feels okay for your neck. Now come back to center and step your left foot outside the left hand, pointing the toes out slightly. With hands under shoulders, open your chest forward and breathe into your hips in this nice, gentle lizard stretch. From here, send your hips back as you slowly lengthen through the front leg. Go slow, then bend back into the knee. Take dynamic movement a couple more times each way, moving at your own pace. Now take pause in your half splits, lengthening the spine, gazing towards the top of the mat, breathing long deep breaths into your left hamstring stretch. All right, bend back into your front knee and come through tabletop, centered on your mat. From here, extend your right leg long, flex the foot, lower the toes. Press into your hands to deepen the back of your leg stretch. Maintain a long spine and gaze down between your hands. Now stack shoulders over wrists and pivot into your modified side plank, reaching your top arm by your top ear. One long line of energy from the top fingertips to the back foot, pressing into the mat. Breathe, long deep breaths. Good, now back through center and step your right foot outside the right hand through lizard pose. With hands under shoulders, open your heart forward and let the hips melt down, breathing into the space here that needs it the most. Stay for one more big breath in and exhale to shift back to half splits slowly. Stay for a moment and bend back into the front knee. Good. Let's do that a couple more times each way, moving at your own pace with your breath. Now find stillness in half splits pose with a long back, gazing towards the top of your mat. Stay for several breaths, breathing into your front hamstring stretch. And roll forward again. This time, step your back foot outside your left hand and lower into Malasana, a yogi squat, with the option for hands to the mat or hands at heart center. Sit tall, reaching the crown of the head high, and breathe into the hips, perhaps a gentle sway from side to side. Good. Now plant your hands, press your legs straight with heels behind the toes. Slowly begin to bend through one knee at a time. Keep the hips back here with a long spine. A couple more times each way in this gentle, dynamic movement. Now straighten both legs, press to a half lift, inhale, then exhale to fold between the legs with the options for hands to elbows in ragdoll. Create a gentle sway from side to side from the hips. You can release your hands to the mat or your legs and press to a gentle half lift inhale. Then step back and lower your knees as you exhale to a tabletop centered on your mat. From there, inhale to cow pose, arch the back and lift the chin. Then exhale to lower the chest and chin down to Ashtanga Namaskara. Now slide your legs back and lower your hips with your feet hip distance. Hands beside your chest, elbows point back. Press to a baby cobra. And exhale to lower your forehead down. 2 more times. Inhale to rise, perhaps pressing up a little higher. And exhale to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale to lower. Slowly press back to child's pose, with the option to bend through your elbows and take hands together above your head in a shark fin, a nice gentle shoulder opener, breathing deep across your back body and shoulder space. Lower your hands to the mat once again, and on an inhale, slowly rise up. Then slide your feet out from under you and center yourself on your mat with your feet planted out in front, a gentle bend in the knees. Hands behind you as you press your hips up just a little bit and slide your right ankle below your left knee, sitting down again, lifting your heart to a figure 4 hip stretch. Flexing through your top foot, breathing deeply, gazing softly forward. From here, we will come into a twist. So straighten the bottom leg long and plant the top foot outside the knee. Now inhale the left arm high and exhale to twist left elbow outside of right thigh, gazing back behind you. grounding down into both sits bones to grow taller through the crown of your head. Now unwind and take a counter stretch, twisting the other way. And back through center, planting your feet, lifting your hips, and this time placing your left ankle just below the right knee. Lower the hips again and sit nice and tall, lifting the heart, flexing through the top foot, and breathing into the left hip stretch. It's time to transition through the twist. So straighten the bottom leg and plant the top foot outside the knee. With a long spine, inhale your right arm high. Exhale to lower the elbow outside the left thigh, gazing back. Inhale to create length, and exhale to twist a little deeper. Now come back to center and twist the other way. A counter stretch. And back through center. Guide the soles of the feet to touch with the knees wide. A wide leg, Baddha Konasana, a big diamond shape with the legs, holding your ankles or as close to as you can. Maintain a long back, folding forward to the best of your ability. Breathing into another variation of a hip stretch. This is one of my favorites. Just a few more long, deep breaths in this pose. Beautiful. Now slowly rise up. Hands under thighs, press your knees to touch and walk the feet in, giving yourself a hug, chin to chest, a seated child's pose. From here, cross one shin in front of the other and hands behind your back. On an inhale, press your hips to the sky, open your chest and gaze up, breathing into a gentle back bend. And lower your hips, coming through a comfortable seated position. Closing out practice with 3 big inhales and exhales. Circle your hands to touch up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, a big sweeping circle. Exhale. 1 last. Inhale all the air you can take in. Exhale all the air out. Thank you so much for joining me in today's Slow Flow. I hope you got what you needed and you feel better for having practiced. We will see you in the next one. Namaste.